So, about a year ago, I did a review for a little Korean movie called Reptilian. It was a piece of shit, and if you haven't seen that review, I'll link to it at the end of this video. But in that review, I mentioned that the director of it also went on to direct another big-budget monster movie with American actors called D-War. Now, because I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess, I am making the ill-advised choice of reviewing D-War. Fuck. So, our movie starts off with a little boy and his dad in an old antique shop where the boy suddenly comes across a box with some sort of magical scale inside it. Shortly after this, the antique owner fakes a heart attack so he can trick the boy's dad into leaving them alone for a while. I'm sorry, but if an old, creepy man faked a heart attack just to get me alone in his shop, I'd be worried about my bunghole, but this kid just goes with it. Thankfully, nothing happens to the little boy's ass, but instead the old man goes on to tell the boy about a Korean legend of two lovers destined by fate. Every 500 years, a Kaiju is born, a female with the power to turn emugis, which are essentially giant serpents, into a celestial dragon so it and the Kaiju can ascend to heaven. For every Kaiju, there is a protector, a man chosen by fate to protect her from an evil emugi named Baraki. Fucking confused yet? The first 20 minutes of the movie is a Korean-acted retelling of this legend. This is hands down the movie's best sequence, and almost gives you hope, almost, that this movie might not suffer the same abysmal fate that Reptilian did. But alas, the gods, they are cruel. This is Ethan, that little shit from the antique shop, now all grown up. He's played by Jason Behr and has about the same level of charisma as a lone peanut lodged within an old, dried, homeless turd you'd find on a highway truck stop. But don't worry, he's only our hero, so we're only stuck with him for the whole fucking movie. Oh god, no. Craig Robinson? Dude, you actually have a career. What the hell are you doing here, man? Our other lead is Sarah, the new Kaiju, played by Amanda Brooks, with just about as much charisma as the homeless turd, so it was fuck great, yeah. Everything about this movie is a jarring fucking mess of a production. I don't even know where to begin with this shit. I guess let's just start with the acting, cause sweet jumping Christ is it ever ass. Like I'm talking a whole other level of ass. The only person in this entire movie that even seems to give the slightest shit is Craig, and even he sounds like he's on autopilot half the time. As for Ethan and Sarah, fuck man, about as dull as a dildo.
If she's carrying the Kaiju inside her, like Jack said, then she must die.
Oh, you're in love now? Oh, you've only known each other, what, a few hours at this point? Our main antagonist should be Baraki, but instead it's this fucking evil dude played by Michael Seamus Wiles. I mean, how intimidating is it when your bad guy is clearly speaking English, but gibberish comes out? I mean, look at this shit. The sync isn't even close. And in one scene, he gets hit dead on by a car. Not once, but twice in the same scene by two different cars. God damn. The special effects are actually pretty solid. I mean, they aren't Hollywood quality, but they don't fall that far behind. It's just a fucking cruel joke that you have to sit through an hour of the most dull and boring story, characters, and just in general movie for an hour before Baraki and his army of Lord of the Rings ripoffs attack the city. Because, come on, that shot? That's awesome. Why can't that shit just be the whole movie? I'm just gonna skip us to the ending here so I can get this over with, and you can safely save yourself from sitting through this movie. So, somehow our heroes get caught and end up in the middle of fucking Middle Earth within the span of about a second. Out of nowhere, the Good Emugi shows up, and no, it doesn't even have a name, they literally just call it the Good Emugi. It fights with Baraki for a while, which should have been an awesome payoff if the rest of the movie hadn't been total cancer. Sarah dies to transfer her power into the Emugi. It turns into an awesome-looking celestial dragon, kills Baraki, yada yada yada, movie's over. Sarah goes to heaven, and Ethan is just fucking stuck out in the middle of nowhere to wander off into the great nether and die of starvation, I guess. Young Ray Shim wrote and directed this movie. The guy is an ex-comedian whose biggest movie prior to D-War was Reptilian, so would someone please explain to me how the fuck this guy keeps getting to direct huge-budget movies? It's like an enigma or a riddle, like how Bol was somehow able to get his disgusting fingers on so many video game licenses. Sure, the CGI is a hell of a lot better than Reptilian ever was, but the acting, writing, pacing, pretty much everything else is just as fucking bad. There are two genuinely good things about this movie, and only two. The first is the musical score by Steve Jablonsky. It's fucking stellar. That guy is a great composer. The next is this scene right here. Look at the look on her face. It's so genuine. It's like the director walked up to the first old woman he could find on the street and said, "Hey, I'll pay you to smash your face into this gate." Good stuff. But fuck the rest of this movie though. Right up its anal cavity.
Freedom.